Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Warren's Team Talk. And thank you very much for coming to see what I've got on offer for today. I hope you're all well and having a great day, whatever you're up to. And I hope that this provides you with a nice bit of distraction or entertainment, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, we're going to preview the upcoming match day fixtures in the FA Premier League, which is match day 13. So let's see what that's got to bring. So before we get started though, if I can just ask you to hit the like button, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, and please remember to share the video around with anyone that you might know, or as many different people as you possibly can. That'd be really helpful for me. So yeah, if you could do that, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. And I just want to thank everyone who's subscribed to my channel so far, anyone who's ever put a like on the video, and anyone who's shared my videos around. I'm really grateful. Please keep it up. Keep going, because it's really helping. So yeah, so let's get into it. Let's see what we got coming up this weekend, and let's have a look and see what we think's going to happen. So let's start off with looking at the Premier League table as it is at the moment. I did this league table a few days ago now, on the 22nd. And as you can see, Chelsea are still top. They've been there for a few weeks now. They're 3 points clear of Man City and 4 points clear of Liverpool at the top. And then come West Ham and Arsenal. West Ham are 3 points clear of Arsenal. And then we've got Wolves and Tottenham. So, and Manchester United are sitting in 8th. And then in the bottom three, we've still got Burnley, Norwich, and Newcastle. So Newcastle is still looking for their first win. They've drawn 6 and they've lost 6, and they scored 15 and scored 27, which is 2 more than what Arsenal scored. But their defence is all over the shop. Let's be honest. It's a bit of a mess, to be frank. So anyway, let's move on. So the first game of the weekend is Arsenal against Newcastle, funnily enough. It's going to take place at the Emirates Stadium. And in the last game, as we all know, Arsenal got thumped 4-0 at Liverpool, and Newcastle drew 3-3 at home to Brentford. So it was a great game, the Newcastle Brentford game. They did really well, both sides, to entertain the crowd and scored a lot of goals. So Arsenal need to be on their guard at the back, but then so do Newcastle. They need to be careful not to be too open, because I feel that Arsenal could unlock them if they decide to actually attack Newcastle, which would be a nice change for Arsenal to attack a team rather than playing 10 men behind the ball all the time. So Arsenal in their last game, for me, it just showed that there's been no improvement whatsoever since the first 3 games of the season. We got thumped 5-0 at Manchester City and conceded more or less by difference of 1, the same amount of shots against Liverpool as we did against Manchester City. So that tells you all you really need to know, really. So this could be quite an interesting game, really. I think it'll end up in a 1-1 draw, but other than that, I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's difficult to say. Newcastle obviously have got their new manager, Eddie Howe, in situ. I don't know if he's recovered sufficiently from COVID or whether the COVID regulations are going to allow him to attend for this game and for him to be in the dugout for the first time as Newcastle manager. I'm really not sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Arsenal can get 3 points, but I think it's more likely that it's going to be a draw. Anyway, so on to the next game, which sees Crystal Palace take on Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace with Patrick Vieira at the helm, ex-Arsenal legend, and Aston Villa with their new manager, Steven Gerrard. So Steven Gerrard won his first game in charge of Villa with a 2-0 win at home last weekend to Southampton. And Palace have been on a good run of form of late. They drew 3-3, as we know, at the weekend in the game at Turf Moor against Burnley. Another really exciting game. And, I think Palace might just edge this one, to be honest. But it's difficult to know whether Villa will still be benefiting from the new manager bounce, as they say. But I don't know. I'm really not sure about that one either. And then Liverpool against Southampton at Anfield. Liverpool fresh from their hammering of Arsenal and then the comfortable 2-0 win last night against Porto in the Champions League. I think there's only one way this one's going to go, and I think Liverpool will win the game by 3-1. Southampton, I don't know. They just seem to blow hot and cold to me. And Che Adams has been in a bit of form of late, scoring a few goals, but I just think Liverpool are going to be far too good for them. Having said that, that probably means that Southampton will go up there and win. But you never know. You never know. And then Norwich against Wolves. Now, this is going to be a really, really tough game for the Canaries because Wolves are in a really rich vein of form at the moment. As we saw when they beat West Ham last weekend by 1-0 at Molineux, and Norwich beat Norwich won 2-1 in their first game with their new manager in charge, but this time I think the Wolves will edge the game by 2-1 and continue their good form. I just think it's going to be too much to ask for Dean Smith to get something out of this game as well as the one he did last weekend. And then that takes us on to Brighton against Leeds. Now, Brighton host Leeds United at the Amex Stadium, and they'll be hoping to Brighton will be hoping to get 3 points out of this one, and I'm pretty sure that Leeds will as well, obviously, because apart from anything else, Leeds their form of late has not been good, but I think that this one's going to be a draw. Don't ask me why. I just think that Leeds will have too much for Brighton. So there you go. Well, sorry. I just think that both sides are going to end up cancelling each other out. I think Brighton, they suffer from not having a proven goal scorer up front because they make a lot of chances, but they're just not able to finish them off. So, whereas Leeds seem to have the other problem, they are able to take their chances if they create them, but they don't seem to create too many at the moment. So I don't know. It's difficult, really. But yeah, I'm going for a 1-1 draw in that game. And then Brentford against Everton. Now, Brentford against Everton. Brentford have been a poor run of form. So have Everton. I think there's going to be goals in this game. I'm going for a 2-2 draw in this one. And I know that Everton have got quite a few injuries at the moment, but Brentford haven't been performing particularly well. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw with that one. Both clubs are in desperate need of some points to stop their poor run of form over the last few weeks. So it should be quite a tense affair. And then Burnley against Spurs at Turf Moor. Now, these two clubs have already met once at Turf Moor this season in the League Cup, a game that Tottenham won by 1-0. And but since then, Burnley's form has improved. They scored 3 last weekend at home to Brentford, and Tottenham seem to be slowly improving under Antonio Conte. Since he's been there, they've won 1 and drawn 1. So I reckon this is going to be a tough game for Spurs and Antonio Conte, but I think it will end up in a 1-1 draw. And then Leicester against Watford. Leicester's form of late hasn't been great. And Watford are very inconsistent at the moment. But I think Leicester have got enough to be able to win this game at the weekend when they take on Watford, and I think they will. I think Leicester will win this by 2-1. And then Manchester City against West Ham. Now, this is a really interesting one for me because both sides are at the top end of the table. And West Ham lost last week 1-0 against Wolves, and it was a very tight affair. Wolves played really well, and West Ham tended to fade a bit in the game towards the end. But I'm going for West Ham to pull a surprise win out of the bag and beat Manchester City by 2-1. I know Manchester City played really well against PSG last night. It seems from what I've heard that they made a lot of chances, but they just couldn't score. And that seems to have been an ongoing problem for most of the season. I personally believe they desperately need a proven striker to play up front and dispense with this false 9 nonsense, because I think it is nonsense, to be quite frank. And I think it's holding the club back, because if they had a proven number 9, I think they'd be walking the Premier League. I really do. And then finally, the last game of the day saw Chelsea play Manchester United. We'll see Chelsea take on Manchester United. And Chelsea have been in imperious form, scoring goals from all over the pitch. Reece James in particular seems to be playing really well. And I can't see anything other than Chelsea inflicting a very heavy defeat on Manchester United. And I think the minimum that Manchester United can hope for is a 3-0 defeat. And in fact, I think they could end up coming out there with even more of a defeat. But I'm going for a 3-0 win to Chelsea. So that's my predictions for this weekend's upcoming fixtures. Please put your predictions for this week's upcoming fixtures in the comments section of the video. I'd love to see what you think about what's going to happen in these games. Please put your comments in there as well about what you think will happen. Yeah, so results, score predictions, and what you think is going to happen in the games. I'd really love to see that. That'd be brilliant if you could do that for me. Anyway, and this is the upcoming fixtures. These fixtures, by the way, I've put on the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page. So go and check that out if you want to see it. You can also enter the Warren's Team Talk predictions game if you feel that you'd like to. It's been going for about 10 weeks now, I guess, and so far there's about 4 of us taking part in it, and there's no prize. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. There's no prize up for grabs. It's just a competition for a bit of fun for the people who are involved in the Warren's Team Talk YouTube channel. Just so that we can have a little bit of friendly banter about predictions and so on and so forth for the season. And at the end of the season, there will be an official crowning of the Warren's Team Talk prediction king or queen. So yeah, that would be interesting. So yeah, you can download this form on the Warren's Team Talk Facebook page and email it to me with your predictions, or you can put your predictions in the in the comment section of this video, or you can email them to me. The email address, I'm going to put it in the chat. Hold on while I put that in the chat. The email address is Warren's Team Talk at outlook.com. So there you go, folks. That's the Warren's Team Talk email address. If you want to email predictions to me for this weekend's upcoming fixtures. If you want to be entered into the Warren's Team Talk predictions game, but you want to remain anonymous, just let me know and I'll be happy to do that. We'll just put your prediction in as your name in the Warren's Team Talk as WT1 or WT2, whatever. All right, so just let me know if you email me predictions and you want to remain anonymous. Just put on it, please, I'd like to remain anonymous, something like that. But yeah, so yeah, feel free to do that. Like I say, there's no prize on offer, but it's just a bit of fun, really, and it should be quite a laugh, be quite enjoyable. So what we got here next? So yeah, so I just want to big up the GoonerClaude Trust while we're on. Yeah, the GoonerClaude Trust is a special trust that was set up in memory of Claude, who was famously on AFTV, and later he set up his own channel, and he ran the channel with 2 other chaps, one called Diesel and one called Terry, and their channel was called Claude and the Banstas. Sadly, Claude died earlier in the year, and this trust has been set up in his memory, and it gives disadvantaged people the opportunity to go and attend a football match at the Emirates Stadium. And yeah, it's a really, really great trust. And I'll put the link I think I have already put the link for the trust in the description of the video, and you can click on the link and find out more about what they do and everything. Yeah, so it's a really good trust, and they do great work. So yeah, that's the GoonerClaude Trust. Very worthwhile work that they do. And then I want to just big up some other YouTube channels. There's the Old School Gunner, the 3 Pointers TV, Arsenal Alex, and DrawnByDre and the Claude and the Bansta's channel. Please go and check these guys out. Go and see what they've got to offer. Look at their videos, put likes on their videos, subscribe to their channels, because all of them do really, really good content. They're all massive Arsenal fans, and yeah, it's great entertainment, that's for sure. Yeah, so go and check them out. They do really, really good work. And the Claude and the Bansters channel, from the money they make, it helps them to support the work of the GoonerClaude Trust. So, yeah, even just by going and watching one of their videos, you're going to help them, or subscribing to their channel, or sharing their videos around, or putting likes on it, or whatever. You're going to help them support the GoonerClaude Trust. So, yeah, please do that. Please try and help them. Yeah, so that's the end of the video for today. The Matchday 13 preview. I hope you enjoyed that. If I'm not back before, I'll be back on Saturday for another Matchday live, which will be kicking off about 20 to 3, when I'll be covering all the thrills and spills of the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the FA Premier League this weekend. So yeah, come and join me for that. I'm sure it'll be absolutely amazing. It has been all the other ones that I've done so far. It's been great fun, and we've all really enjoyed it. So if I don't see you before, I'll look forward to seeing you then. So thanks very much for tuning in. And like I say, please put a like on the video. Please subscribe to my channel, and please remember to share it around with as many different people as you possibly can. I'd really, really appreciate that. And yeah, like I say, thanks very much for tuning in. And like I say, if I don't see you before, I'll see you on Saturday. And please take care of yourselves. And please remember to keep talking and share some love and kindness around the world. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much, everyone. Please take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Bye for now.